Today in the studio, folks, I've got a real treat for you. Mike Sancho's in the house.
What's up, Brad?
What's up, Mike? Guys, if you guys don't know who this is, you can follow him on social media at the Mike Sancho. Sounds just like it's spelled, S-A-N-C-H-O. The old Sancho.
Yes, sir.
Now, you're the chief executive officer and founder of Wealth Accelerators Services.
That's
Inc.
right. That's right.
Did you go with an LLC or did you go with an S corp?
Well, that's the original S corp, but we restructured into a new LLC parent because we're taking over now. We're acquiring companies, so we restructured things a little bit.
And
so,
how long you been dicking with this?
I've been dicking with this for 3 years.
3
A lot of
years.
dicking.
A lot of dicking. Now here it says, because you do a bunch of things over here.
Yeah, we do a lot.
E-commerce, real estate investing, Forex trading, foreskin trading.
Yeah, not like what you think. Not like what you think. Not the scammer bullshit.
Well, dude, how do you guys get those fucking comments on Instagram?
That's not me. That's not. Those aren't real traders.
I know, but I mean, I make a post and I'll get like 180 comments and fucking 75 of them are dipshits talking about how much money they've made and how they're praising somebody.
Well, if they made the money, why would they be commenting on our shit? You know what I mean? That's what I always say.
Well,
like, why are you commenting on my stuff?
Well, that's lead gen, clearly.
Yeah.
But it's always this Forex business. And I am assuming there's people that are making money in Forex.
Yeah.
I call it foreskin.
Why do you call it that?
Just because, it's annoying. Right?
Yeah.
Just like a foreskin.
Yeah.
But, are you successful doing it?
Yeah, we just trade. We use softwares to do it, so it's all automated. We use artificial intelligence, neural networks. I have some developers that I pay, and we just make softwares trades for me.
And you've been making dough for a while?
I've been making dough for a while, for sure.
What's your best year?
Best year? This year, business-wise or personal?
This year, it's fucking hadn't even started
Last year, 2021. We did, in my business, we did almost 11 million. And we were seeing a lot of growth. In December, we actually did 3.5 million.
How old are you?
How old am I? 28.
Damn. So you're making some coin.
Yeah, we're chugging along now. And I would say personally, I probably made between the business and investments. I did really well in crypto last year, so I probably took home about 2 to 2.5 million.
There's a spread.
Yeah, because the crypto and the taxes. So I left the spread.
What kind of car do you have?
Kind of car? A Malibu. I have not balled yet.
So you haven't went out and bought all the fancy shit?
No, I could go buy 4 Lambos cash tomorrow if I want, but I think it's funny that I drive a Malibu just because people always come to me for the validation aspect. They're like, oh, well, you drive a Malibu. You're not making the money you say you are. And I just laugh. But, yeah, for me, I like cars. I'm not like a huge car guy, but I've just been reinvesting everything. There's no I'm not like super one-sided one way or another to it. I don't really care. I know I've seen some of your content. You're like, I went out and got a car, felt good driving it, and it actually attracted people to you, I think is what you're saying. So I definitely vibe with that.
Well, social media wasn't happening back in those days.
Yeah,
but nowadays when people are making fun of people with the Lambos and the Ferraris and shit, it does attract people.
It does. It really does. And I've seen that. I have a friend who's similar business as mine. He's got like 3 exotics, and he's like, every time I buy a new car, I make more money. So I'm about to go buy a car soon.
Yeah, and then everybody wants to sit back and make fun of those dudes, and those dudes are raking
those dudes are making the money.
And they're driving kick-ass cars.
Hey, they can make fun of me, as much as they want. I don't really care. I got a lot of haters, got a lot of people making fun of me, and, I'm just laughing to the bank, really. So,
dude, I went to your website, or at least one of them, automatetrucking.com.
Yes, sir.
Now, what the fuck is that?
That's one of our services. So we offer a trucking management service. So within that service, we'll go source a truck, we'll staff it with a driver, and then we'll manage the truck, broker the freight, then we profit share with our partner. So
why do you need a partner?
We don't need a partner, but it helps us scale faster. We're able to add to our trucking fleet much faster. So it's not a service we'll offer forever while we're scaling our trucking companies right now, because we want to get to a couple thousand trucks. And by having partners come in and put up the capital for the trucks helps us grow a lot quicker. But we don't need them at all. We could grow it on our own. But
so if I put up, how much is a truck?
How much is the truck cost or our service?
How much is a truck?
A truck, 60, 70 grand for a decent used truck. If you're looking at a better quality truck, like 125, 150K at least.
And what do they make a month?
What do they make a month?
After all your costs, tires, gas,
so the
drivers.
The net profit right now our trucks are doing are between 15 to 20 grand a month. But that's just off of the load boards. So we're working to secure like government contracts, stuff like that now. Because these trucks can make, I mean, if you got the right contracts, you're moving the right freight, you can make a shit ton of money. We have a guy that's been in the trucking space for 35 years. He mentors us. His trucks are pulling like 80 to 100 grand a month profit. But that's because he's got the government contracts. He's literally moving nuclear weapons, missiles, human organs, medical contracts. Like he was telling us, you know, he moves a heart like 3 hours, right? And he's getting 20, 30 grand for moving a heart. So
those jobs aren't on the boards though, are
Exactly. So you have to get the exclusive contract. So that's what we're working towards now. We're scaling up, and we're also looking to acquire different existing trucking companies so we can just take over their contracts. So that's where, with us selling the service and the package, helps bring more money in the door. And then obviously with more money, you know, we can scale faster, do bigger things.
Yeah, I've been hearing about this trucking for the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
I know a dude named Will Brown, downtown Willie Brown. You know him?
Downtown Willie. I don't know Willie.
Yeah, he's a funny dude. But he came in here, did a VT system, teaching people basically how to get a truck and dispatch. He's got a dispatching course.
Okay, yeah.
Apparently his like dispatching skills are second to none. Maybe
Really?
I'll introduce you.
Yeah.
You have dispatchers?
Yeah. We do. Yeah.
Do they make money or no?
They make a little bit of money, yeah. But they can always make more money. And
well, what if you guys partnered somehow?
We absolutely could. I'll be interested. Anyone in the trucking industry we want to partner with. Really anyone in any industry that makes money, we want to partner with. Cause
sure.
What Wealth Accelerators does is we want to be the ecosystem or community for someone to come to, get all the income streams they need to become a millionaire. Because you know the saying where they say, oh, you know, the average millionaire, they got, 7 income streams or so many income streams. So we want people to come to us. Here, you got your e-commerce streams. You got your YouTube channel stream. You've got your trucking stream, your real estate stream. You've got your car fleet. You've got, a Shopify store. You got a Facebook store. You have all these different income streams that are paying them passively. They're all these businesses. And then they can also be an affiliate for us, gain active income, stuff like that. And then, you combine the networking, everyone coming together, and obviously your network is your net worth. That's really where I've gotten to today, is all through people, right? It's not anything special about me. I've been intentional about going out and meeting the right people, getting in the right circles my entire life. The way I attack business is obsessively, right? I have an obsession to be the best. So I go out and I make things happen. I get into those circles. The way I get in those circles is through adding value. I don't come in, asking, oh, give me this, give me that, and give me your time. And I don't want anything free from anybody. I'm going to add value first. Then it's going to come full circle back my way. So, in summary, yeah, we want to work with, anyone who's doing things. We want to create an offer around it, bring people to it, spread the love, spread the wealth, man.
Where do you live?
Orlando, Florida.
And who's this?
It's my girlfriend.
Ah, okay. He's got a female on the couch. You guys can't see her, but
she's my business partner too. She crushes it. She's actually the #1 affiliate for our company.
Really?
Yeah. She's a boss.
Where are you from? So why do you have an LA hat?
For the fashion. For the fashion.
So which one out of those various ones you named do you think is the easiest to get in?
The services?
Just how can someone listening right now, easiest way to make money?
Way.
Buy a truck. A lot of people don't have 60 grand, but they do have credit. So again, you can sign your name for a truck and make a net cash flow business just from leveraging your credit to get a truck.
Yep.
The question is how do you put that truck to work? And that's what you guys do for them.
Yeah, you can come to us. Yeah, they can come to us, partner with us. I would say the easiest way to make money, really speaking, is sales. Come sell some shit for us, or sell someone shit, because it's free to go be an affiliate for a company and go sell stuff and build that active income. I know you talk about it a lot, because sales has been key for me. I'm a sales and marketing guy. That's how I was able to build up. I started originally in network marketing.
Which one?
When I was 19, Vima is company Vima.
Yeah, they got shut down.
Yeah, they got shut down. I left before they got
Wasn't
shut
that
down.
like, what's the main guy's name? BJ Barasco?
BK Barreco.
Yeah,
Barasco.
BK Barreco.
Yeah. BK. I left before then. I got kind of burnt out. I came back to the industry. I became a top earner in a couple companies. But then I started doing my own thing because companies kept crashing. I literally had this stint for like 3 years where I joined a company, built a 6-figure income, company crashes. Join another company, build a 6-figure income, company crashes. Join another company a third time, build another 6-figure income, hasn't crashed yet. But
Which one's that?
Huh?
Which
Avoria Prime. It's a smaller one right now. They're a technology company, but
Give it a minute.
Huh?
Give it a minute. It'll
Give
crash.
it a minute. Yeah, so that's where I was like, man, these guys can't get their shit straight. I was like, these companies keep going down because these owners, they don't know how to run a business. And I was like,
well, they also have to contend with the FTC, the freaking
They got a lot of regulations.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. And
like Vima, there was nothing wrong with Vima, dude. They were making good money. Everybody was kicking ass, but they started telling everybody quit going to school. And the government
it was
didn't
the
like
predatory marketing or like the enticement marketing. Yeah, that they got them for.
I think old BK Barreco got fucked. Was it BK?
He did. Yeah, he did.
I think he got fucked in that deal.
Yeah, he definitely did.
The government is very tricky. So when you're in an MLM company, dude, that's the thing you got to worry about. Because a lot of people ask me, what do I think about MLM? Well, dude, I think it's great. It's low cost of entry. If you hustle, you can make great money. But that's the downside is you have no control if that company is compliant, non-compliant, whether they dot the I's, cross the T's, pay off the right people, pay their taxes, and the next thing you know, dude, you spend 2-3 years and boom, they're out of biz. You're sitting there holding your dick.
Yep, and I was in that position holding my dick multiple times, and it was good learning experience because I went from making $25,000 a month passively, I'm spending like I'm making that kind of money, then it goes away overnight. Now I have no income. So I think you're right. I think it's a good opportunity for people to get if you have no money, because I was broke 19-year-old. I was in college. I had a couple $100. You could take that. They give you everything, the product, the back end, the sites, whatever you need to go out and make some money. I made some 6 figures off of it. But then once you have that money, you should really be diversifying into your own businesses. And that's where we started Wealth Accelerators, because I was like, I'm fed up with these companies crashing. I'm doing everything to get to this level, goes down, and then I have nothing. I'm there with my dick in my hand, and it was pointless, But I learned a lot.
Yeah. Well, Wealth Accelerators can also expand.
Yes.
As you find new opportunities.
Yes. Yeah, and we are getting
you ought to be doing life insurance.
Life insurance, that actually we are looking into that with the IUL plans.
It's not just IUL, it's mortgage protection.
Yep.
Final expense.
Yep.
Investment, all of it.
Yeah, these guys make huge bucks.
Dude, I got people making $10,000 a week.
Yep.
Freaking sitting in their underwear, making phone calls, calling aged leads.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like that's what I started showing people how to do, because like it's so easy to do for anybody that's willing to work. They just don't have the right vehicle. Mm-hmm. So they go out, they get their license. I help them do that. Then I train them. Then I give them the leads, and they make the call. And it's like, dude, people are killing.
Dude, if you're getting the leads.
Well, I can already give you the contract. And then as people come to you, because it sounds to me like Wealth Accelerators is kind of a hub where, dude, you can get into the truck space, you can get in e-commerce if you want, you can get into Forex if you want. But which one makes the most money for you? Like if I sent you 1,000 people, and this podcast will probably send you a shit ton of people, where do you make the most money?
Trucking.
So
right now, trucking.
So if 1,000 people just called you, you'd be like, hey, can you qualify to get your own truck? And then partner with us.
Yeah, we'd probably jack up our prices if 1,000 people hit us up. Just to be honest, because we can't fulfill on 1,000 trucks all at once. So we would have to wait list people and bring them in as they come in. But the cool thing about what
they all can't qualify for the truck.
No, yeah, they're not all going to qualify for sure. So yeah, so we own a funding company too under our hubs, because we
that's why she's your number one affiliate.
Yeah, exactly.
Never marketing taught me a thing.
Yeah, because we teach people. So I co-founded a funding company with one of my partners, and then we acquired it under Wealth Accelerators. And we're teaching people the OPM play, right? The tools of the wealthy, because a lot of people they get a loan, they go buy a expensive liability, and it's draining. It's not giving them cash flow. So we're teaching them to go borrow the money, leverage it into an investment, something that's going to cash flow. It's going to pay back your loan. Then once the loan's paid back, you're left with the cash flowing asset. Rinse and repeat. Keep adding businesses and cash flow to your portfolio. So,
what about those Amazon stores, Walmart stores? Yeah,
we do those too, but we do wholesale. We don't do any drop shipping bullshit, which is what a lot of people in the space do. It makes us look really bad, actually, because drop shipping is against Amazon's terms, Walmart's terms. So a lot of our competitors sell these high ticket packages. The client gets their store shut down, and then the provider just blocks them, right? They just take their money. So we do wholesale. We do a real business. We have real warehouses, real products. We actually acquired a 5-year-old distribution company. So they'd been doing millions of dollars on Amazon. We bought their company, partnered up with them, and they run our fulfillment for our e-com. So we're actually, we're signing a lease for another new warehouse. We're getting another 20,000 square foot warehouse. Right now we have about 13,000 square feet of warehouse space. And we're looking at doing some merger acquisitions with a couple other distribution companies. Because the way we do things, we're looking to build real businesses here, real infrastructure. We're not looking to just get a one-off on somebody and a cash grab. Because there's no longevity in that, right? We want to build long-term business relationships with people and things that are sustainable. So that's our kind of our go-to with everything we're doing. We're looking at the long term.
So what do your parents do?
So my parents, they're partially retired, most of them. My mom, when I was growing up.
Most of them? How many do you have?
I got four because they're divorced and remarried. So my mom was a server growing up. My dad worked in banking for most of my childhood. They made $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year. They never really understood the business side of things. So they still don't really understand what I do. I try to explain it, but they're learning, they're getting it. So, but it's definitely I'm like the black sheep of the family.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one older brother.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. He's just working a 9-to-5 job. He's starting to get into he's starting to open up to investing in businesses. But he's a very traditional way of thinking like them. You go to school, get a good job, do that deal for a number of years, then try to retire. So he's learning now. Now he's open to it. But he was like everyone else in the family. They just thought I was scamming people until they started seeing me doing really, really well. And a lot of people like applauding what I was doing. So once I got that recognition from other people, then they kind of came around and were like, oh, okay, like what you're doing is actually probably legit. And now they're starting to ask questions, but they're just learning,
How'd you learn it all?
I learned it all because I've just been obsessed with being successful from a very young age. For some reason, I just knew within my core that I was going to be extremely successful and massively wealthy. I always wanted to be a billionaire from a very young age. So I didn't tell people this because obviously, they just shut it down immediately, but I just held on to it in here. And I went out seeking the knowledge and the information and then the mentors and the network. So I just started reading religiously, book. I was reading all day, studying, courses, YouTube, everything I could find. I was consuming content. And then with the content that I got, I wasn't just sitting on that knowledge. I was going out, taking action, and failing. I actually failed a lot growing up, and kind of different part of the story. But I got expelled from high school and I got expelled from college because I used to sell weed back in the day. That was kind of my first business, and so I got expelled from both schools, and everyone kind of bailed on me. Everyone thought I was worthless in life, and it was my biggest advantage, hitting that rock bottom, because the only place you can go is up. So I got out of jail. I was just there for a short time. I got out of jail.
What's a short time?
A couple weeks. They put me on probation for 2 years. So they just threw me in the slammer for a couple of weeks, and then they put me on probation. But it was enough for me to be like, okay, I'm not going to go this route anymore. I'm going to do a more legit path, because I was starting to get deeper and deeper into that world, and I was starting to expand into other product lines outside of weed. So I was very close to doing a 3-year mandatory prison sentence in Florida. And I'm not built for prison, right? So that was enough for me to be like, all right, let's not go this route. Let me do the right thing. So I made a promise to myself. I drew the line in the sand when I was in the jail cell because it was just me and everyone was gone and just me and my thoughts. And I said, I'm gonna fucking blow this life out of the water. I'm gonna become the most successful person I possibly can. And I'm going to outwork everybody relentlessly. Nobody in their fucking mind can outwork me. Basically what I said. And ever since that day, that was when I was 21. So it was about 7 years ago. I've stayed true to that. I've been pulling the 16-hour days, 7 days a week ever since then. When I got out of jail, I couldn't even drive for Uber because of my criminal record. No one wanted to hire me. No one wanted to take a chance on me. No one wanted to bet on me. So I went and
That's
I walked
a blessing,
down.
though.
It is. So I went and I worked at the first 2 jobs I could find, which was one at Subway for $7.50 an hour. The second one was dishwashing for $10 an hour. I was working 2 jobs, and then I was taking all that money. I was investing it into courses, knowledge, learning, training. But the coolest thing is that, I walked into the Subway as a 21-year-old kid making $7.50 an hour, right? People have been working there 10, 15 years. And I said, okay, well, how you do anything is how you do everything. I'm going to outwork everybody here. So I started showing up 30 minutes before my shift. Before I even clocked in, I was cleaning toilets. I was straightening up chips. I was sweeping underneath the ovens. During the day, my customer service was outstanding. I was taking other people's shifts. I was going above and beyond. After I clocked out, I was still sticking around, cleaning up, doing things. Within 6 weeks, they made me the store manager. People have been there 10 years. They're just working a regular job. Within 6 weeks, 21-year-old kid comes in, outworks everybody. They make me the manager.
Dude, are you exaggerating?
No, I'm not. 2 months
Who
later.
the fuck works at Subway for 10 years?
Losers. That's why they were so mad, but they half-assed. They avoid work. They don't do shit. It's like the people, and this is the problem with a lot of people in wondering why they can't get the fuck ahead because they're avoiding work.
Yeah, but Subway is not a 10-year deal. It's like
there's probably one guy there who worked 10 years.
You get a job at Subway and fast food spots, and just like to earn a little side money. You don't stay there 10 years.
Hey, he had mental problems, I think, this guy. But so 2 months later from that, they made me a general manager, 5 locations. Basically, I just kept working my ass off, and I'd go work, 100-hour weeks at work, and then I would go home, and in the middle of the night, I'm watching YouTube channels, learning how to do e-com, learning how to trade, learning how to invest, learning how to do sales, learning how to do marketing, learning how to run paid traffic. I was also doing network marketing on the side. So I was sleeping probably 3 hours a night, and I was just going as hard as I possibly could. And then it took me, I quit my jobs a few times, kept failing forward. It took me actually 4 times of quitting my jobs before I was able to go full-time into entrepreneurship. Each time I was quitting my jobs, I kept failing and going broke and having to go back. So I just kind of forced my way into being successful, essentially.
Yeah, have you had COVID yet?
I don't believe in COVID, really. I live in Florida. We ended the pandemic like a year ago. We just stopped participating. Everyone's like, we're just taking these masks off.
But you didn't answer the question.
Probably. I've probably had it a few times.
Have you been sick?
Yeah, I have been sick.
You just didn't test and.
No, I didn't. I have an immune system, so I trusted in it. So.
And you're young.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had it 3 times and slept in the same bed as him, and he never.
I just will my way through it, I guess. I just don't believe in it. Well, like I just fight it internally. I'm like, I'm not sick, and I just don't believe it.
So you're one of those fuckers that go around and spread it.
No.
Yeah,
I think everyone spreads it.
Yeah, you're like, fuck it, I ain't sick. And you run
no,
around
if I'm
getting
sick, I
everyone
stay
sick.
home. If I'm sick, I stay home.
Yeah,
I don't go to the office.
So when you got out of jail and started doing all these side jobs, like what courses did you like think, okay, I need to do this, and how did you know those courses?
Okay, so I was getting bombarded by ads, of course, and I would like to reverse engineer them and basically funnel hack them, is what Russell Brunson calls. So I'd go opt into people's shit, see what they're selling, see their offers, see their upsells, etc. So I went out and I was seeking offers because I was seeking opportunity, right? A lot of people avoid opportunity. I was seeking opportunity. So I started with like Clever Investor, Cody Sperber, flipping
Sure.
houses. Took his course. 2 weeks later, I flipped a house, flipped another house. So I started with that. Then I was buying a bunch of different random e-commerce courses. I remember Alex Becker was one of the courses. I mean, I got dozens of courses, you name it, like pretty much.
But you weren't afraid to invest in those.
No, it didn't even matter. It didn't
A lot of
matter if I
people
got
are.
nothing out of the course. I don't care. I get one thing in the course. I don't care. A lot of people are so afraid to invest into something that they may not get the value out of. I'm not afraid of that because the money will just keep coming back. What's $500? Couple grand. I don't care. If I get one thing out of that course, it was worth the money because I've paid tens of thousands of dollars. I've paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in consulting and coaching and everything. That's why I've been able to rise quickly because I'm not afraid to pay that money. I'm always going to the top people and I'm like, let me just skip the BS. Let me get right to the top guy. How much do you need for your information? All right, let's pay it. And even if I don't get what I perceive to be the amount of value that I paid for it doesn't matter to me, really. I got into their network still. I still got around them. I got to rub shoulders with them. So for me, it's much more abundant than I got to buy a course and I got to learn off of this course and become successful with this course. Because there were a lot of courses I bought, went through a couple of the videos, and I was like, fuck this course, and threw it to the side and was in the next one, And I didn't go back to the guy saying, hey, I want a refund because I didn't want your course. No, the guy sold me the product. I bought it. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with my decision. I don't need to go back. I'm on to the next thing.
Yeah, well, most people, again, they don't take that risk.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of times their problem.
Yep.
They're talking shit about courses and, oh, if this guy's so freaking awesome, why does he have a course?
Right.
When in reality,
Right. That's the thing. Yeah.
well, a lot of times, dude, those courses are how you do the basics.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just apply what's in those courses, 9 times out of 10, you actually will get some results. Maybe not as advertised.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they hype it up a little bit too much in some
right.
cases.
Right.
But, I think that's one of those things that caused you to get a little farther ahead than most. You were willing to.
100% willing to invest in myself all day long, and not even just in courses, but willing to lose on investments in businesses and willing to fail. A lot of people are so afraid to take any type of leap because they weigh in their head all the possible risks, all the things that can potentially go wrong. And I'm like, dude, if it goes wrong, that's cool. I learned what the fuck not to do. You know what I mean? So I'm not afraid to take that risk and fail forward because that's how you're going to accelerate fastest, right? A lot of times I hear, and actually Russell Brunson, he's a mentor of mine. I was at his ClickFunnels event. He was talking with a mentor of his, and the guy was, asking him, he's like, well, how many times have you cycled? He goes, what do you mean cycled? How many times have you failed? He goes, well, this many times. He goes, cool, because I wouldn't invest in you if you've never failed before. And that's really the truth. I feel like me failing is what's made me the most successful. I've had lots and lots of failures, even within my business. I've had someone steal over $1 million from me, and I learned what the fuck not to do, and I learned why I got stolen from, so now that I don't get stolen from in the future. And
Did they get away with it?
yeah, we're going after him now because he's an overseas guy. Because we were doing a lot of outsourcing into the Philippines. We had this guy that was basically stealing a little bit of money here and there for over a long period of time from us. And we had a whistleblower come out. So we're going after him. We got Interpol going after him. We're trying to put him in prison for the rest of his life.
Dang. Doesn't even bother you.
Hey, I mean, it's not that he just stole from me. He's stealing from our community and our partners, our investors. And if you want to fuck with our company, be willing to pay the consequences, right? So, and that's just their laws. Their laws are very strict. But he was screwing us from multiple angles.
Damn.
Yeah.
So out of all the programs you've got going, I keep going back to this, and I don't know if you answered it. What's the easiest one?
Easiest one?
Because didn't you say something about YouTube?
Yeah, we do YouTube as well.
What about YouTube?
So we build these shorts channels for clients. So we're posting these viral short videos to scale the channels, and then we monetize them with brand partnerships. So those are
because it's hard as fuck getting YouTube subscribers.
Yeah.
I'm like at 120 something, and dude, I've been doing it forever.
Yeah, YouTube can be more challenging. It's not our biggest moneymaker by any means. It's a much smaller cash flow
Someone
type
just
of
hit
thing.
me up. Someone just hit me up and said, get into the new Reels or no YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts. That's what we're doing because
So what does that mean?
They're basically, YouTube is favoring the shorts viral videos with their algorithm because they're trying to be more like, the TikToks, the Snapchats, with these short viral videos. So
can't you take your TikToks, just
you can,
repurpose them?
and that's what we do. We go to TikTokers, we ask, can we do a partnership with you and use your content? So that way they don't give us copyright strikes. They give us approval. We just post TikTok videos on YouTube, build the channels.
But like I have a TikTok account.
Mm-hmm.
It's the real Bradley.
Yeah. Real.
Yeah, because someone
It's fake.
Real.
someone squatted on the first one.
Oh man.
So
Are they trying to sell it to you?
yeah, but if I took all my TikToks
Yeah.
and stuck them on YouTube Shorts, would that work?
Yeah, it should work.
And I won't violate myself, so I'll give myself permission.
Yeah, I can put you in touch with our YouTube guy that runs our department, and he can help you with it. But yeah, you should be fine to just do that.
What about original content for YouTube Shorts?
Original content, that I do not know. I'm not the YouTube expert. I don't pretend to be. We partner with a team. We brought in the experts.
What's your number one expertise?
Sales, marketing. Sales and marketing. And I would say being a business owner. I'm a good entrepreneur. I'm able to have a big vision, and I'm able to cut through the bullshit, and I'm able to lead a team of people. I have, with what we're doing, because we have a big community, I have 14 main partners within our conglomerate that help manage everything. So there's about 15 of us is the core team of Wealth Accelerators. And, we got people running the e-com side, people running the distribution, people running our trucking, people running our funding. We're also in
Are you rev sharing with them?
Yeah, different types of partnerships. Yeah. So
because usually you find people that, like a guy like you, you're the CEO.
Yeah.
You get a team of people.
Yeah.
They start to see how much money you're making.
Yep.
And then they quit and they go do it themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we only partner with particular people. We're not going to let many people into our circle with what we're doing. But if they're there, there's definitely, it's lucrative for them, and they're going to be on non-competes anyway. So if they want to leave and do it on their own, you can wait 3 years, do it on your own. That's cool.
You sign them on a non-compete.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Folks, by the way, if you guys are wondering, where do I find more about this dude? Wealth Accelerators FBA. What's FBA?
Fulfilled by Amazon. So that's the wholesale side.
Wealth Accelerators, or no, Wealth Accelerator FBA.com.
Yeah, and they can go to our Instagram page. It's just at Wealth Accelerators. That's a good resource as well.
Or at Wealth Accelerators. Or if you want to follow this dude, at the Mike Sancho. Now, out of curiosity, you building these companies to sell, what's your exit strategy?
Yeah. We're moving towards probably a massive exit at some point. We haven't fully decided on what we'll do with the parent, but on the lower structure companies and the sub companies, some of those will definitely be building to an exit. Right now, we're still building everything up, so we're getting into the event space now as well. So we're throwing our first convention event in June. We're doing a 2-day convention event. And then we're also going to be adding on courses, coaching, and consulting, and some core mastermind groups. We're also moving heavily into the crypto space. We're developing our own blockchain right now, full-on blockchain, and we're also manufacturing a unique type of crypto miner in a couple of different industries. So we're still building up the giant hub, but our goal is to get to a $50 billion valuation in 5 years with everything.
50 billion.
50 billion.
Smolies.
Yeah.
That's kind of heavy duty.
Yeah. We're not here to play small, man. We're here to drop bombs, It's
Hey.
you got one life to live, and like I said, I made that promise to myself. I said I'm just going to go all the fuck in, and everyone, whoever says, they want to hate on me or whatever, and a lot of people hate on me. A lot of people from my past. I got a lot of haters, as does everyone who's doing something. So it's funny to me. You know, why are you worried about what someone else is doing? But regardless of that, you know, we want to do something big, and we want to impact a lot of people. Want to help you know, help create change and help change the way people think. And then, you know, any type of impact that we can make on the planet from there, we want to give back in a major way. So it's not just for us to, you know, fly on jets everywhere. We actually want to impact and help people in the process.
What kind of crypto you holding?
A lot.
What kind though?
A lot of large cap tokens, obviously all the, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, you know, you name it, all the top coins. And then I also do a lot in the DeFi space with the small caps. I actually launched a token earlier this year. We were able to take it to a $93 million market cap. That was a pretty successful project. Those guys are still running it. But I stepped away just because it was taking my time away from Wealth Accelerators, so I couldn't do both. And then now under Wealth Accelerators, that's where we're developing and building our own blockchain for our own coin. So that's going to be a big project. We're looking to knock off Helium, so we want to take those guys out. Those are the other guys who are doing mining in a big way. I also been a part of you know, helping out a couple NFT projects. So I'm huge into crypto. I love crypto. And I think, you know, with blockchain technology, it's able to, you know, add a lot of transparency to a lot of industries and really help with a lot of things.
So if someone's listening to this, they're a little behind you, what would you recommend top 3 lessons you've learned for them to apply?
For crypto?
For anything, for entrepreneurship.
Top 3 lessons.
So they don't have to go spend as much time or money as you have.
I would say number 1, you got to toughen up. A lot of people are really soft is what I've noticed and entitled. I think entitlement is one of the biggest diseases that I see, especially in my company. Get a lot of these fucking guys that come in and they're so entitled and you know, they feel like they should be running the company. And I think you need to drop the entitlement thing. No one owes you shit. The world doesn't owe you anything just because you're born here. You need to go and make your own life your own life. And so I think you got to toughen up, drop the entitlement, drop the ego, and become more humble. Number 2, I think you got to work harder. A lot of people are not working as hard as they can be. So you got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I going as hard as I say I am? Because a lot of people like to say things, but they don't do what they're saying that they're doing. So I think you need to be honest with yourself, look in the mirror and be like, am I going all out? And you know, they need to, if they're not, they need to make changes. They need to work harder. And then number 3, I would say, you know, they have to network. I mean, you got to get out there and you got to meet people. You got to get to these events, these conventions, you know, pay people just to get around them. That's one thing I do. Like someone's offering consulting, I'll pay them their consulting, get around them. Now I'm in their network. And you know, you got to get around the right people. That's what's going to take you to the next level. For me, that's 100% been it. Every single one of the best opportunities that I'm involved in today is directly related through somebody else, right? And the network that I've been able to build. So I would say those are the 3 top things.
So what would your networking steps be? Like a lot of people are like, what does that mean? You know, go to these events and then stand around and what? If you introduce yourself and then, because a lot of times you go to these events and you meet people, but you don't know how to take advantage of the relationship. And then a lot of people are thinking that it's rude to take advantage of a relationship. So if they go to these events and they meet everybody, how do you follow up? How do you build? How do you monetize?
That's a great question. I think it's very important. I think number 1, social media really helps today with networking, because the old school networking before social media, it's like, give a dude your business card. You know, everyone's got hundreds of business cards. You never reach out. Relationship's gone. You lost it. So I think it's through a number of ways. I think it's through directly paying people. Like I said, like you have to pay people to build your network. It's nothing good is free, right? You got to pay to play. So I think that's number 1. Like I would go out and I would join people's mastermind groups. I would pay for their consulting, buy their courses, get into their Facebook groups, start to talk with them.
How do you know which ones are good and which ones are bad?
Well, sometimes you got to get in with the bad ones to know what's the bad ones and what's the good ones. I think every person almost has to experience it themselves, versus trying to look at, from the outside looking in and figure out what are the best ones to join. I think they kind of just need to get out there and fail and lose. And even if they get in some bad ones, they're going to be able to know, going forward, what are the good ones. But back to your other question with the events and going to the events and networking with people, I think my suggestion would be to immediately follow up with those people after the event via social media. So I would follow them on Instagram, friend them on Facebook, TikTok, whatever they're on. Get on their social media, start engaging and adding value to their content, start commenting on their posts, liking their posts, and reach out to them, DM them, say, hey, remember we met up at the event? Let's go grab lunch, or let's set up a Zoom call. Let's connect deeper, because you're right. At the event, it's like, you have these brief encounters, you have a conversation with someone, it's on to the next one, but you don't have the one-on-one intimate conversation at the event. So I think after the event, you got to follow up and say, hey, these are the people I need to connect with right away. Let's schedule a Zoom call. Let's see if there's any synergies. What can we do to work together? How can I add value to what you're doing? How can I bring clients to your business, right? And anyone that you're telling them, hey, I want to bring clients to your business, they're going to get on a call with you. Sure. They'd be stupid not to. So you get on with them, you connect, and you build the relationship. You build the rapport. You don't come at people trying to pull everything you can out of them. And drain them of their value. Instead of that, you figure out, you ask questions, ask them about their life, ask them about their family, and actually be a genuine person, right? Be a genuine motherfucker, because a lot of people are ingenuine. So actually care about the person, actually care about the relationship, not just looking at them as a dollar sign. And if you network with that intention and the right intention of, I want to build a friendship, it doesn't matter if I make money off of this relationship, because I've had a lot of people come to me and try to network with me, and I can tell that they're just looking at me like a dollar sign. Everything is transactional. Nothing is genuine about the relationship, and I don't really vibe with it, right? So I think you got to be a real person. You got to forget that, well, not forget, but, put the money thing aside, right? You'll get to the money, but add real value to people. Be a cool person. Just have a good time and be yourself and build a real relationship, build real rapport.
So if everyone listening to this episode right now could help you, how would they help you?
How could they help me? I think they would help me by first helping themselves. I want everyone to help themselves first. It's like when you're on the plane, they say put the mask on your face first, then help somebody else. I don't need help. I've already helped myself. So the biggest thing that I would want them to do is help themselves, and then come get in my circle. Come be part of our community, and let's do business. Let's do deals. Let's go get some apartment complexes. Let's go let's do something. Come and like I just said, be a real person. Bring value to the team, bring value to the table, and be a good vibe. I like hanging out with people that are a good vibe and they're not, fucking bad vibes. So, just I would say that,
And in June, how do they get tickets to that? You promoting that yet?
Yeah, so we don't have the site up yet. We're building it right now, but we'll have that coming out soon. That'll be all over our social media. We'll be running ads for it, so they'll be able to get the tickets there.
And the social media, it'll be all over. Is that Mike Sancho or?
Yeah, Mike Sancho, and also the Wealth Accelerators page.
Mike Sancho.
Yeah, the Mike Sancho. Yeah, you got to watch out. Yeah, you got to watch out for these scam accounts. It's the Forex accounts. They come in, they say, there's about dozens of these imposter accounts. They say, hey, buddy, I'll turn $1,000 into $15,000 for you. And it's like, and people actually pay it. I've had people come, they're like, hey, I paid this account. Was this you? And I'm like, no, you idiot. Like, what is realistic about turning $1,000 to $15,000 in a week? And then if they could do that, why the fuck do they need you? Yeah. Think with your head here. It's crazy. Common sense is not so common. It's crazy.
And a lot of those scams, they're pretty easy to tell it's a scam.
They don't even speak proper English. It's all broken English. You can tell it's a foreigner. And I'm just like, dude, how does anyone fall for this? When people tell me that they fell for this, I'll tell them, like, dude, you're a dumbass. How did you fall for that? Like, that's your fault. Like, you learned a lesson. I don't feel bad for you.
If someone does want to get into legit Forex trading, though, how would they do it?
they're going to want to find a real mentor who has validated, verified results, not a bullshit marketer who's just selling hype and candy canes and ice cream. They want to get with someone who's got the verified track records. They're making, 7 figures, and start with one of their courses and jump in from there. And there's a lot of free content on YouTube. But the thing they need to understand with trading is that it's going to take you time. It's going to take you a minimum of 2 to 3 years to really get good at it. It's like with anything, it takes a while to develop the skill. If you're looking at trading or Forex as a get rich quick, you've already blown your money. You've lost all your money, and you're probably going to quit. So, it's like any industry. If you're going to go all in, you got to go all in to be in the 3% who are going to be successful. So, like with anything else and any other advice I would give people is to get around the top people. So go find the ones who are legit. Make sure that they have the validated results to back up what they're claiming, and then start to learn from them. And that's a good first step.
There you go, folks. You heard it. Mike Sancho, appreciate you coming in. Folks, go follow this cat, the Mike Sancho, or at the Wealth. Is it the?
Just at Wealth Accelerators.
At Wealth Accelerators. And until next time, keep it real.
Dropping bombs with the real Bradley. Subscribe now.